You see the fucking, you know, the same people that were going in and out of the house who are not part of their family still going in and out of the house.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC. All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care.
But even
and then everybody wore the fucking masks. This is like rollerblading. Everybody fucking rollerbladed, and then there was that one fucking homophobic joke, and then everybody acted like they never did it. And then 100 million fucking rollerblades got thrown into the fucking ocean. We all wore masks, and then all of a sudden, people are fucking sitting there. What? You don't have the body type for it, dude. Your fucking knuckles would scrape on the ground, even with that extra 2 inches. I just love how wearing a mask became like this fucking like soft thing that you do what you were talking about. So
that's great.
Anything that I say, I don't watch it.
I envy you
at all.
I envy that you just do that. You just shut everything down. Me, every day I check what part of the world's on fire right now.
I don't like hysteria. I don't like making decisions with hysteria. And I when I first became a dad, the hysteria of other parents, I would be looking at them, but I wasn't listening. Because that's what was the tone of everything was saying. You know, better get some sleep now. And you'd be like, and then anytime you say anything positive about your kid, how old's your kid? 7 weeks. Oh yeah, how is? She's great. She's great. Oh, wait till 7.5 weeks. It's like, dude, maybe you suck at it.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, you're sitting there with your fucking legs trembling. What are you fucking talking?
Is it Hannity?
I don't know who he is. No, it's not Hannity. Hannity was the guy who they put with that fucking that like rooster at the end, a chick in the end of his life looking guy. Like, here's your liberal. Dude, and all my relatives who are conservative, like, I mean, look at him. I mean, he's so meek. It's like, this thing is cast like a show.
Yeah, who was that guy that he was with? Hannity and Combs. Remember
Hannity
that?
and Combs.
And the one guy looked like he was on death's door, and he was the liberal.
Oh, he was gray.
Yeah.
He was gray. And the other guy looked like a football hero, astronaut with the square
big,
jaw.
Thick face.
Nice fucking head of hair.
Nice
the other guy with the little glasses. He looked like Mr. Burns, right?
Yes. And he had no spine. He wasn't strong arguer.
Oh, he was there. He was the Washington Generals, and the other guy was the Globetrotters. Conservative point, and then you put on like, buddy, let's just sit down for a second. You were on a bicycle. You wanted to burn some calories. You're obviously into it by the way you're dressed. Okay, you're enjoying America's great parks.
Right.
You come across these kids. You know, do you like kids? Have you ever attacked a kid before? They're just putting a piece of paper up with the point of view. Like, what do you think led up to that level of a response? Because I have to be honest, like, we've all fucking snapped. My favorite part was the sound of the bottom of his shoes that clip into the pedals. Click, click. He sounded like a little show pony. He was trying to growl like a tiger, and he sounded like My Pretty Pony, like somebody should have been combing his hair. So, I remember, because I was joking with him, I remember a long time ago, the Grill 93, this old Dick Doherty room.
I remember that joint.
So 2 guys were about ready to go at it in the club, and the bouncer gets him outside. Okay, and this guy's trying to say his point of view, and he put his hand on his shoulder. He goes, no, all I was trying to do, he barely went like that on his shirt. And he goes, okay, first of all, don't touch me. That's what the bouncer said. And just immediately it was here, and then it went to here, and then those 2 guys started yelling at each other, and then within, I don't know what the fuck, he just twisted the guy up and took him out. And I forget who the fuck I was with. We were fucking dying laughing. It just became a catchphrase between us. He would come up, hey, Bill, you working this weekend? Okay, first of all, don't touch me. You immediately just escalate it, where it just becomes a what the fuck. And then, first of all, don't touch me, from 90% of guys, is immediately going to put you in your ego.
That is beautiful. You need one of those in your life, Bill.
I do.
I need you driving one of those.
This is what I love about my wife. As I'll show her that. I go, what do you think about that? She's like, that's a fucking good-looking car. And she would be cool if I got something like that, I think.
For sure.
Look at that, but look at that color. I'm too fair-skinned to drive that. You need olive skin
or
more.
You could pull it off. You need one of them paperboy hats, though.
No, that thing would fucking That thing would blend too much in with my beard. I just look like it'd be the Ginger Mobile.
What color would you get? When we were in high school, everyone had pubes. Even in college, everyone had pubes.
The apex of pubes was the 70s.
But in the 80s they had it too.
But you were proud of your pubes.
In the 70s?
In the 70s.
Yeah?
Dude, I remember like you'd go to the fucking public pool and the chicks had like the bikini. There was like shit coming out the sides. And I remember thinking when I was a little kid, like, oh my God, I can see her pubes.
Yeah, pubes were hot.
Yeah. Fucking be on here.
You wanted to.
Why, Joe?
No big deal. You're a clean freak or something. Look at me. I'm cutting up his ashes like it's Coke.
Yeah, that takes me back to Chelsea, going around the apex.
I have a cocaine memory from, I never did coke, but of this lady doing it. I was coming home from Kelly's roast
Jesus,
beef.
Joe Rogan on coke. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm smart enough to realize it's not for me.
Well, what about me? Yeah.
We were driving.
I can snap on weed. I don't need to be doing coke.
Weed and an espresso, and you're ready to fight. We were amazing how much longevity Holyfield had. And Holyfield started as a cruiserweight. I remember when he beat Dwight Muhammad Qawi for the cruiserweight title, and then gained all this weight to go up.
I remember when he was a cruiserweight in the 80s when I was lifting and I was young and all that shit. I was like, that's the body I want. That's what I'm going for. Of course, I couldn't get it, but I was like, that's the shape I want to be in. You know how stupid I look if I fucking look like that?
Oh, you look amazing.
Going on stage telling jokes.
Just wear something that covers it up a little bit.
What, a poncho?
like
going out with a big square
Outlaw
body.
Josie Wales.
Yeah.
Outlaw Josie Wales poncho.
Yeah, you flip it over and you got a mic and you take it out.
Yeah, oh my God, this is round 10.
Look at the people standing up. Like, I'm not going to be heard. And things are going to go in a way I don't want them to be. So the second there's a suggestion different than mine, I catastrophize in my head. And I don't just go be like, well, you know what? Actually, I can't do that because I'm doing Joe's podcast. Maybe I could do that tomorrow. I just hear the information and feel like I have no power. And then I go, oh, what the fuck? And then my wife's like, I just asked a question. And then I am so fucking up here. I have to like, it only takes me like 2 minutes. And then I come in, I put my head to the side of her head and I just go, I'm sorry. I don't want to tell you, you married a fuck up. You blew it. You're not good at you're not good at reading people. You have no one to blame but yourself. Like that, I apologize like an asshole. Honest with you, so I don't know.
Have you gone to therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about meditating? You ever meditate?
Yeah, but I find the guy's voice is fucking annoying.
You don't have to listen to a guy.
He won't shut up. Every time I'm getting there, he starts fucking talking again. And then he's using this really soothing, caring voice that makes me face all of that shit that I didn't get growing up, which makes me angry at this person that's trying to help me.
Wow.
Yeah. Quarantining is not a bad thing. If
For what it's worth.
Can't say enjoy a sunset, Joe. You can't do that.
Why can't you?
Shut up.
But
you know why. I know you do. I know, but the thing about you is you can also beat the shit out of most people in a fucking room. So you got that. So people can be like, oh, wow. You know, they actually want to hear that from you. When they see you spinning heel kick, they want to know that you enjoy a sunset. Because, like, I don't want if this guy's as angry as I am and can do all of that shit, what are my odds of getting out of here? So you want to see that out of a guy like you.
But a guy like you don't want to see it. Don't want to see you enjoying a sunset.
Joe, I don't read. I don't fucking. I don't know what it is. I am too in here to understand me.
This is interesting.
I have a very weird thing. I have an alley of my personality that works that I somehow turned into a living.
Yeah.
But the rest of it looks like Fred Sanford's yard. Put it. Old radiators and bed frames and shit. It's a fucking mess.
It's interesting. You did it.
Yeah. You won't catch me doing that.
No? No marathon running?
No.
Did you ever run at all?
No, I was not. I used to ride a bike. I did that for a while where I I got so into it. I remember one time I actually was drinking in the afternoon and I still had to go on a bike ride. I got on a bike shit-faced. It was sweating. This is the 80s too. No helmet, no nothing, and just fucking rode like 12 miles. And I never had heard the expression. I never felt hitting a wall. I like whatever the electrolytes were, there was just nothing left. And I was like 6 miles. And this is East Coast, so there's all kinds of hills and shit from my house. And I was like, I don't think, I don't, what am I going to do? And there was no cell.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed. Getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. These red things here, part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes, I find my voice. A testament to resilience, my choice. From the streets to the stage, I rock my style. In my tattered shirt, I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement. I preach in my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. They may call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I'll play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I've sealed the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My passion, the pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear. In our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Phones, like, what am I going to do? So I just kept riding. And then it was like this 5-minute, like, I'm going to die. I'm not going to get through this. And then I just got to the other side where I think my body was just like, all right, there must be something, like death must be chasing us. So we need to go into something else here. And I pushed through into that.
That's what they say happens when you do those ultra marathons. Those people, they get to a point where they think there's no way they can keep going. They're doing 100 miles and they're 38 miles in and they're ready to quit. But they just manage to just